Hello everyone. As I said earlier that I will take shall I compare the to a summer's day, sonnet number 18, and try to explain line by line of the poem sonnet. I am very excited to dive into the poem Shall I compare thee to a summer's day with you today. This poem is not only fascinating but very relevant for the aspirants who are going to sit for SSC examination, second SLST for 11-12 category. Dear learners, my goal is to make the learning process interactive. So I am discussing in a very simple, down to earth English to make you understand the topic very lucidly, precisely. Before starting, I cannot help pointing out the background of the sonnet. So let's get started. What is sonnet? As you know that sonnet is a 14-line short poem written in iambic pentameter on the themes of love, beauty, mortality, thirst for mortality. First, we have to focus on the origin of the sonnet. This sonnet originated in Italy in the 14th century by Lord Petrarch. Since this sonnet is originated by Lord Petrarch and this sonnet is named after him as Petrarch sonnet, and Lord Petrarch belonged to Italy, that is why this sonnet is called Italian sonnet too. Like stanzas, Petrarchan sonnet is divided into two parts. One is called octave and other is called sestet. Octave comprises 8 lines followed by 6 lines sestet. Octave presents a problem or question, develops a theme or idea, and sestet resolves or answers the octave's problem or question. The rhyme scheme which is followed in the poem is ABBA, ABBA, CDC, DCD, or CDE, CDE, CDE. I repeat, rhyme scheme ABBA, ABBA, CDC, DCD, or CDE, CDE. Now, Shakespeare adapted this sonnet and he structured the sonnet in a new form. And this, since Shakespeare wrote this sonnet, and this sonnet is called Shakespearean sonnet named after him. And since Shakespeare belonged to England, that is why this is also naturally called it a English sonnet, the English sonnet, like Italian sonnet. Shakespeare wrote 154 sonnets. Among them, 1 to 126 sonnets were dedicated to W.H., his fair friend. Now the question arises, who is W.H.? Because William Shakespeare did not mention who is W.H. There have been many attempts to identify the friend. Shakespeare's one time patron, Henry Wriothesley, the Earl of Southampton, is the most commonly suggested name, although Shakespeare's later patron, William Herbert, third Earl of Pembroke, has recently become popular. WH, I may say that WH may be William Shakespeare. Since William Shakespeare was very self concerned, WH, W stands for William, H stands for himself, WH, William himself. And the rest of the sonnets, that is from 126 to 154, all the rest sonnets were dedicated to lady, as mentioned as Dark Lady. The Dark Lady's true identity remains unknown also. Some suggested names are Emilia Lanier, a poet, musician, or Mary Fitton, a courtier. Now the question is, what does courtier mean? Actually, a person or poet attends or serves at a royal court is called courtier. William Shakespeare was a courtier. Again, Mary Fitton was also a courtier. William Shakespeare dedicated the rest of the sonnets to Mary Fitton, as many critics stated. Now the structure of the sonnet will now I will discuss the structure of the Shakespearean sonnet. Like stanzas, like octave and sestet in the Petrarch sonnet, this sonnet is also divided into quatrains and concluding couplet. Three quatrains and concluding couplet. A single concluding couplet. The quatrain comprises every quatrain. Each quatrain comprises 4 lines and followed by 2 lines couplet. Similarly, like octave in the quatrains present a problem or question, develops a theme or idea, and concluding couplet sums it up. That means that a theme or idea is discussed in the quatrains, in the quatrains, and the concluding couplet sums it up. And the rhyme scheme as follows is ABAB, CDCD, EF, GG, Shakespearean sonnet follows this rhyme scheme. Now the learners, I will going to read out every line of the poems. Sorry. Now I am going to read out every line of the poem and try to make you understand line by line. Shall I compare thee to a summer's day? Thou art more lovely and more temperate. Rough winds do shake the darling birds of May, and summer's lease hath all too short a date. Sometime too hot the eye of heaven shines, and often is his gold complexion dimmed. And every fair from fair sometime declines. By chance or nature's changing course untrimmed, but thy eternal summer shall not fade, nor lose possession of that fair thou wast. Nor shall death break the wanderest in his shade, when in eternal lines to time thou growest. So long as man can breathe and eyes can see, so long lives this, and this gives life to thee. I have read out the whole poem. Now I will try to explain, catching every single line. Shall I compare thee to a summer's day? The poet first starts the poem with an interrogation. The poet compares his fair friend's beauty to a summer's day. Summer's day, as we know that a summer's day comprises many beautiful elements of the season. Summer is a very pleasant season. Here we get Elizabethan feature. The Elizabethan imaginative vision is habituated to liken whatever most beautiful, most sublime in man to nature. It is Elizabethan, the poets, the writers of the Elizabethan period, they were habituated to compare the quality of the human beings to nature, the beauty of nature. The poet here also compares his fair friend's beauty to summer day. Then the poet, after upholding many points, finalizes that his friend's beauty is more beautiful than a summer's day. The poet actually superiorates his friend's beauty to it. Why? Because a summer's day undergoes many changes, many vicissitudes. Now the poet points out what changes the poet actually notices. Rough winds do shake the darling birds of May. In the summer's day, beautiful flowers bloom in May. In the summer's day, many beautiful flowers bloom, but sometimes the violent storm, rough winds refers to violent storm. Rough winds come and snatches away, takes away the beautiful flowers of May. And summer's lease hath all too short a date. And summer's lease refers to summer's period. Summer's period is short-lived, is transient, is not lasting for more than 2 or 3 months. Sometimes to hot the eye of heaven shines. Heaven refers to sky, and its eye refers to sun. Sometimes the sun, the eye of heaven refers to sun. Sometimes the sun shines scorchingly, and often is his gold complexion deemed. Gold complexion, the golden circumference of the sun. The sun that takes the golden color, the beauty of the sun that sometime is deemed by the dark clouds. And every fair from fair sometime declines. This is a very important line. Every fair and fair. Here the poet repeats fair 2 times. Every fair refers to the beautiful elements, and from fair here in the fair refers to the whole beautiful object. Here we get Aristotle. Here we can actually draw the Aristotelian concept of beauty. According to Aristotle, a thing is called beautiful when all its ingredients are harmoniously arranged. A thing is called beautiful when all its beautiful elements are beautiful. So, from the aspect of Aristotle, the summer's beauty is not beautiful because all its beautiful elements are changing, are not everlasting. The beautiful elements of summer's beauty is destroyed by the changing course of time. By chance or nature's changing course untrimmed, as I said that by the changing course of nature, which nature is uncontrollable, untrimmed, uncontrollable, rampantly, it can bring about everything. So by the changing course of nature, the beautiful elements of the summer beauty destroys. Beautiful elements of the summer beauty destroy, but the eternal summer shall not fade. Eternal summer refers to the eternal beauty of the poet's fair friend. Summer, as summer represents beauty, and eternal, the poet will eternalize his friend's beauty. Eternal summer means the poet's friend's beauty, that is immortal. How does the poet immortalize his friend's beauty? We will come to the point. But thy eternal summer shall not fade. The poet's fair friend's beauty will not be faded. Nor lose poison of the fair thou owest. You possess beautiful you possess a very good quality, beautiful quality that will not be lost, nor shall death break the wondrous in his shade. Here the death is personified. The personification of death actually is personified as a boastful conqueror who takes pride conquering a new land and declares Vini Visi Vidi. Sorry, Vini Vidi Visi. I came, I saw, I conquered. Death, by using its icy hands, snatches away the lives of everyone. But this death this death can do nothing to destroy your beauty. Your means the beauty of the poet's fair friend. When in eternal lines to time thou grows, because I am going to eternalize you in the lines of poetry, in the golden lines of letter, in the realm of art. So nothing can change you. The time will not change you. So long as man can breathe or eyes can see, so long lives this and this gives life to thee. As long as human being exist and people can read and appreciate beauty, the beauty and memory of the poet's beloved will live on. And this line, the lines of the sonnet highlight the power of art, highlight the beauty of the poet's fair friend. Actually, the theme of the sonnet is that the eternalization of the poet's fair friend's beauty. In its fight, the eternalization of the poet's fair friend's beauty in its fight with time through the immortal power of poetry is the main theme of Shakespeare's sonnet number 18. Thematically, the sonnet is based on Latin motto. The poet establishes the Latin cliche, ars longa vita brevis, art is long and life is short. This is what the poet actually establishes through this poem. So long as man can breathe and eyes can see, and so long lives this and this gives life to thee, as long as human being exist in this world and they have the power to see, they have the power to read, go through the poem of mine. Mine means William Shakespeare, and so long lives this poem will live, this poem will remain, and through this poem will enlighten you, this poem will make you bright till the doomsday, till the end of the human being, till the end of humanity. Okay, learners, I tried to explain all the lines, and again I will take another poem and try to explain line by line. Okay, so far I am ending this video. Thank you so much.